Hello Capricorn, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright. Relationship first, single second. Capricorn. You got the Magician here. This is good. That's it, huh? Okay. What was this? Okay. Alright. Now, I feel like this is starting with you. I mean, you do have the Magician card here, but let's click this first. You got the Magician card and you got the Knowledge. With whatever the situation is you're dealing with, you're pulling from mental resources at the very least. And I feel like there might be other people you're touching base with, to be honest. But you're creating a situation, you're moving something forward. I'm getting the planning has been going on for a while. And you're going forward, you're stepping forward, you're ready to move this forward. I actually do feel like you're making movement forward. Now, your partner seems to be, they got the Hanged Man feel here. They're not really noticing the change here. And I'm confused on why. Because I do feel like there's actual movement happening. I'm getting the planning has already happened. I'm getting you're moving forward, you're starting the situation. I'm getting the knowledge, you're starting it very slowly, very carefully. It's almost like, I almost feel like you're mapping out, like, for example, if you were going to build a shed for whatever reason, I don't know why we're going down that road, but that's where we're going. You're mapping out the dimensions and where it's going to lay, and you're kind of digging out the area a little bit so you can, like, put whatever base pieces you need so it'll stay there. It'll stay there and be where it needs to be and be secure. So you're actually physically doing things, but it seems like to your partner, to them, it's still part of the planning, but you're physically doing something. Like, I feel like you're actually, like, this is where it's going to be. You're clearing out that area. You're putting the base pegs in the place. If there's base pegs, don't even know what I'm saying with that. But you're setting it up. You're clearing out the area in which you're going to work. Maybe that's what I should say. You're clearing out the area in which you're going to work, so everything is ready to go, but you're physically doing stuff. Now, your partner seems to feel the Hanged Man energy, like, they're feeling like things are stagnant and that things aren't really moving, and like they're feeling like it never really is. They're not. It's not that they don't have faith. It's just kind of like they're slowly. It's just going so slowly that they feel like it's not even moving. Now, I'm pulling towards this card in your spiritual spot, the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is like you've just. Especially with this card, this is just how it comes through for me. Like, if you look at all of the wands, one of them has greenery growing up, the rest of them don't. It's kind of like you finished the first part of the planning. And now you're starting on to the next part of the plan. Like, you finished the planning, and now you're starting the implementation. So, that seems to be where you are spiritually. You're right on track. I feel like you're right on track. I'm also getting the Three of Cups. You're very happy and you're feeling really good about this. You're feeling like people are supporting you. Like, it doesn't feel like you're having any adversity here. Everybody seems to be on page with you. And I do want to say that your partner is on page, on point, whatever you want to say. Same page. There we go. They're on the same page with you in the sense of like they want this to happen. They're all systems go. They're going to help you out. They just feel like nothing's happening just yet. So it's not like you don't have any opposing energy in that sense that I'm connecting with. Your partner just feels like it's a day-and-a-half trip to go down the block. That's how they're looking at it. It's kind of what I'm getting there. Now, what's coming forward next, I'm noticing, is a combination of the spiritual card and the action card for your partner. The spiritual card is the Page of Wands. The action card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very intelligent, very diplomatic, says what needs to be said, and can, like, when you get these two energies together, this person wants to move forward. and they're trying to inspire you. They're not overly demanding things go faster, but they're trying to inspire you to go a little bit quicker. They're seeing opportunities where this doesn't have to take a day and a half trip to go to the end of just to go down the block. So I'm getting they're talking this out with you. They're going through it, and they're just saying, well, you know what? I know this has to be happening and this has to be happening. Here's the things that I can do, and I can get us ahead on these things so they're ready to go when you're ready. And they would actually get us ahead without throwing anything off. And I feel like they're like, it's almost like getting the building materials, getting things ready, whatever that might be. But they're doing everything that they can do, and they're talking with you because they want to get things moving, to get things in line that are acceptable, that are not going to throw the plan off. So I'm feeling they're coming towards you. They're talking this out. They want to take action. They're finding all these little spots where they can move ahead and get things going that's not going to set you off your plan, but it's going to make things go faster. Now, what I'm getting here with you is the Eight of Wands with the fertility. It's the help coming towards you, coming in strong. It's your partner pushing it forward strong. It's not bad. When I'm getting fertility here, I don't feel like this is bad. I feel like this is good because I feel like they're getting things aligned for you. Like if it's supplies or things like that, anything acceptable that they can go ahead and do for you and have ready ahead of time, you're letting them do that. And I feel like this is actually adding to the situation. This is helping you. This is helping. I don't feel like, for the 8, usually Earth, I don't feel goes very well with that card. Not usually, but in this case it does. It feels like this is actually working to your benefit. I don't feel stressed with this. I don't feel stressed with that speed at all. I feel like it's somebody else moving forward quickly, somebody else getting things in line for you. I feel like it's working for you. I feel like it's a good moment. It doesn't feel bad. I'm still getting the Three of Cups energy here, people working together, feeling that support. I don't feel like there's any adversity for you. I feel like that's good. Your partner has the Judgment. When they can go ahead and get things going faster and get things in line, that's Judgment in their favor. That's where they're standing. That makes them happy. You're happy, they're happy, it's all good. Happy partner, happy life. There you go. Anything else before we go over here? Because I'm getting like there's some interesting things where this is kind of heading. I feel like this is where we need to go first. Justice is on your side. This is what helps you. I'm still getting like your partner does go forward with things that last for a little while. They only can go forward with so much. There's only certain things that they can do that with. And I feel like they do that relatively quickly. Feels like it's relatively quickly. So everything's in line. Everything's ready for you. It's all good. But the Justice on your side is saying you're still keeping to your tempo. You're still keeping to your plan. You're the magician in this situation. You're the one creating everything. And you're in control of how fast this goes. I'm getting you're that person who is kind of like saying, all right, thank you for doing that. But, we're going to have to leave those over here for now because I'm not ready for them, and you're continuing on at your normal pace. Justice is telling me you're sticking to that pace, and you're not getting any... I don't feel like not... If somebody's coming towards you trying to get you to go faster, you're easily pushing them off and saying, no, we got to do this in a certain time, this has to be done a certain way, this has to be sound, this has to be correct. And I'm feeling like you're handling any adversity relatively easily. I'm getting your partner, though, is coming back around to the Ten of Wands. Now, this is very interesting, because I'm feeling like, especially in this deck, to me, this is success through stress. That, especially in this deck, because you'll notice on this card, the person is carrying all 10 of those wands. They're still moving forward. They're going to make it to their destination with all 10 of those wands intact. But it's a heavy load. It's stress. You know what I mean? It's success through stress. I'm getting that they're very well aware that this is going to take some time. They don't like how fast the tempo is. They don't like that it's slow, I should say. They don't like the lack of fast. They don't like that it's slow. But they are very, very well aware that it has to go this way. You're the one in control. This is how you do things. And for this to work out successfully, they need to let you do this the way you want to do this. They do see the assured success at this point. They do see it moving forward. So I feel like they've transitioned out of that hanged man moment, but they're kind of like, they want to go faster. They know they can't. They know they have to wait for you to do what you need to do when you're ready to do what you need to do. but they're also seeing like this is going to work out. It's to them it's assured success. It's just kind of like they're waiting for it. It's kind of like a kid in September waiting for Christmas. Like, oh, it's so far down there. It's so far away. I just can't. I'll never make it alive. But they realize it's going to work out. It is coming. They just got to hold themselves together. I'm also getting the challenge card for them is the Six of Cups. And I almost get like a past, present, future feel here in the sense of like they know how you've been in the past and how you've succeeded in the past and how it's taken a long time at times. They know currently that they're going through that with you right now. And they're getting, it's going to work out that way in the future. But they know that they can depend on you. You're very dependable. When you're going to do something, you do it at your own pace, you do it in your own time. But it works out. And they know it does. And I'm getting that past, present, future with this Six of Cups because they're seeing this is how it's been, this is how it is, that's how it's going to be. They know they can depend on you. The challenge card for them is just to be at peace with it, just to realize this is just who you are. This is your dependable mode, and that's just how it is. Your challenge card I'm seeing is the Queen of Cups. Because I'm getting like things blooming, and I feel like you're excited about where things are going. Your challenge card, though, I'm feeling this is more about your partner than the situation you're dealing with. Because you're aware that your partner wants things to go faster, and your partner seems to be a little discontent. I'm getting the challenge for you of the Queen of Cups is to like maybe schmooze your partner a little bit more. Schmooze your partner a little bit more, just maybe acknowledge things a little bit more, I guess. It's not going to change how things are going, but I feel like this is more about the reason this is coming through as a challenge card is like going towards them a little more, spending a little more time, doing things that make them happy, just kind of like showing them the appreciation for them being there and that what they've already done and appreciating that. And just doing things for them, doing things they want to do. It's not going to change the tempo of what you're currently doing here with this situation, but just like showing that appreciation towards them. I feel like that would calm a lot of the stress with the Ten of Wands. I just feel like that might work better for you. I just feel like that would calm the situation. I feel like it would relieve a lot of stress for your partner. Is that really it? I feel like it just kind of like, that was that. Just kind of went with that. So that's it for Capricorn relationship. I just felt like at the end they ended kind of strangely for me. It just kind of went, it just almost like letting the air out of a balloon. It just went, that was that. That's all there is. That's all there is. Let's do Capricorn single Capricorns. Messages for single Capricorns. Messages for single Capricorns. What do we have for single Capricorns? Really? Okay. Messages for single Capricorns. Sometimes I shuffle that deck, but they're reminding me like we're in the same sign, we're in the same energy, so it's not going to take a lot. So maybe just in my head I feel like I need to shuffle more, but they're like, no, same energy. It's already pretty much shuffled the way it needs to be. We're just going a different route with the same information, a different angle. Kind of how it feels. This is single Capricorn, though, so this feels different, too. I just said that, but I'm like, this is going differently. But I feel like you have the same type of balance. You're on track, you're going forward at a certain rate, and the other person wants you to go faster. That's kind of like, that's the baseline we're working with. That's the commonality between the two. I feel like that's what we're dealing with. Now, the person you're dealing with, you have the King of Cups where you're standing. You already, I feel like you're already in love with this person. I gotta be honest with you. And I feel like this is something you've been working on for a while. You're still single, but you already fell in love with somebody. But it's like it's taking a while for this to come forward. I'm getting the Star card in the past, like you saw the glimmer of hope, like this could actually become a thing. You could actually end up together. And I'm getting the Nine of Cups is like you seem to be enjoying time with this person periodically. Like I don't feel like you have this person's total attention at this moment, but you're getting some of it. The question is, has it crossed over to like the possibility for romance, or is it still more of a work or something like that relationship where it's like you see this person, you see them fairly regularly, but you're not seeing them in a romantic sense. You're seeing them in either like a work situation or some other type of situation where it's just you're going to see them and you enjoy their time, and it seems like there's a little bit of flirting going on there, just a little bit, but there's nothing that's really said this is a romantic interest either way. Now, at the top here is the Three of Wands, which is telling me you're wondering, is this going to go forward? Because you were ready to go forward. I feel like you're ready to go forward. The Three of Wands, like you're ready to set sail, you're ready to get this situation going. You're ready to start it in a dating sense. You are ready. Now, I'm feeling this other person is very conducive with this. I feel like they like you, they like who they see, they like the type of person you are. They've got the Six of Pentacles, because I feel like they're very gracious. They're very, I want to say the word susceptible for some reason. I feel like they're kind of drawn into your dependability, to be honest. They think of you as a very solid person, and they're drawn into that. I'm not sure they're feeling the romance section yet. I'm not sure they're in that boat just yet. But they're drawn to you because of your dependability. It's like one of those characteristics they really admire. And they're drawn to you for that reason, is what I'm getting. And I feel like they're actually, in the center here, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like they might even be praising you. You might be flat out hearing that from them. Like in some way, they're telling you, you know, the way you move through life, the way that you handle things, and you're very reliable. I feel like they really find that very alluring, and they really appreciate that quality in a person. Whether they have that quality or not, that's a whole nother ballgame. But they appreciate it in you. Now, I have the next one coming in here is the Knight of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. I don't feel like this is going very fast from this moment. But I do feel like this seems to be slowly moving towards a possible romance direction. It just feels like it's really slow. Because I feel like they're telling you that they admire certain characteristics about you, and I feel like there's a good conversation. I'm not feeling like a date or like anything going forward at that moment. I feel the Knight of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles because I feel like this moment is progress forward. But the Five of Pentacles is saying it's not enough to really get you where you want to go. You're ready to start dating. I feel like you're very ready to start dating. You're just there. And you're moving forward. This moment is a nice moment, but it's not, I don't feel like a date or anything like that is coming forward. I don't. The Five of Pentacles is telling me, even though you're making progress forward, you're not getting what you want. You're not getting enough. You want more. This moment passes. I just feel like that's how that moment plays out. The Knight of Cups, if I haven't showed it already, it's like you're enjoying the situation, and I don't want to say you're not. But it's ironic because I feel like at this point, it's just not going as fast as you would like. It's going slower than you would like at this moment. So you want to get this going a little faster. You want to pull something in. You want a date to happen. I'm getting like a little twinge of frustration on your side. And I feel like you're wondering, like, oh, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to kick this ball into play? And I feel like you're kind of like, this is not happening. Do I just wait and see if it happens and possibly lose it? Or do I just kick that ball out in the field myself? Maybe I could find a way to kick that ball out there myself and get this game going. The Four of Wands pops in next. I feel like that's exactly what you do. It's acceptable to you based on, like, I feel like this goes a few different ways, and I know it's a general read. Some people are very creative about letting the other person know that they're open to dating to get them to say something back to them. I've seen that happen before. Other people have flat out put it out there, like, if you'd like to go out sometime, I'd be interested, something like that. They're telling me whatever is comfortable for you. You're either like creating a conversation where you're opening the door for them to walk right through, or you're just walking through that door yourself and saying, you know, if you'd like to see each other, I'd be open to that. but you're kicking that ball into play one way or another. I'm getting that's how this is working. Like, I hope this makes sense, because I know I've talked to other people where they don't like to be the one asking the other person. For whatever reason, they don't like to do that. And I'm feeling that with Capricorn. But I'm getting, like, I have heard people kind of, like, put it right out there in the sense of, like, yeah, I've been looking for somebody to date, and I'm just kind of, like, I'm open to dating somebody. I'm kind of looking for somebody to be in my life. Like, they're dropping really loud hints. Like, they don't ask the person, but they make it really clear that if they want to ask you out, if they want to ask me out, I will say yes. Like, if you want to do that, like, it's really loud hints. So whatever's working for you, because I'm getting the Four of Wands here. You're making it very easy for this person to realize you're open to this, that you're both on the same page anyway, is what I'm getting. And I'm getting, like, something. This is starting to establish into, like, it feels like you're starting to date. It feels very solid, though. It feels like you're on the same page, and that you're starting a step forward. Like, you've been going down this trail for a while, to be honest. And I just feel like you're more acknowledging each other and how you're both feeling, and you're starting to move it in that direction. It feels like when I get the Four of Wands for this situation, like both of you are actually starting to cement into this situation. I feel like it's technically would be termed as you're starting to date, but it feels like you're both already in that committing energy. Like, that's where you're both heading. You're both, like, saying, well, we're just dating is kind of what I'm getting. But it feels like you're already starting to commit to each other. It feels like that's already starting to happen with that Four of Wands. I'm getting the King of Swords here, too, for your thoughts. Like, I feel like you're thinking things out very slowly, very carefully, very methodically. But I also feel like you're very well aware that you're starting to commit to this person. I don't feel like that's a shock. Like, I don't feel like you got this far or going forward or kicking that ball out into play because you just want to take a chance. You know what you want, and you know where you're heading. You're just trying to build the foundation for it. It's kind of like you know where the building is going to be. You know what type of building you want. You're starting the groundwork because you have every intention to build that building. You're not going to just come over here and, like, throw a couple bricks around just for fun. They're on the same page. I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles here. It's what comes next. I feel like the dating phase does last a while, but I'm getting a lot of reinforcing of the base. You're both going the same way. Like, you're not throwing bricks around just for fun. You're creating a base here, and you both seem to be knowing that. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me the dating phase does go on for it feels like a long time to me, but maybe not to you. I guess that's relative to how you feel about it. It's not uncomfortable. It's not something that you're, like, feeling like it's going on forever. It's going at the pace you both want it to go, and I feel like you're talking things out, and things are slowly building it over time, and you're just naturally going to the next level when you're both ready. I don't feel like any stress, like one person going too fast or one person going too slow once this starts connecting in a dating sense. I just feel like you're both kind of on point. It just seems to be a nice gradual build. Is that it? I feel like that's it. That's where that's going to end. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.